Hi, hey, howdy, it's me, Tilfin, chimeric freak and overall biological test tube failure. Come on in. Last time, I believe I left you hanging with something really goofy, like grass sucks. End of story, grass sucks, use better things. And, well, thanks for waiting, and enjoy the rest of the video. Use wildflowers that are native to your area. Stop using such water-intensive plants such as grass. Shut
You're
the
the
fuck up,
newbie,
Doge.
aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Makes me feel curious.
Why?
Let's see. Well, I was curious because I wanted to see why it is they set an arbitrary 1000 number. I figured that it would be because of a mathematical explanation and examination of amount of resources per human to the amount of work that it would take to provide for all the others, and then equilibrium for the environment. So I think by limiting our growth today, we're more sure of seeing tomorrow. I think that's the
So the algorithm assigned you the optimism trait. If only we could all be so lucky. Now listen, this meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
Ma'am, I was just born. I'm curious.
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
It might be a little bit on the nose for the number 666 to come up to me and say, yeah, I'm going to tempt you with some duplicitous figures.
Please join us at the table.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Why would they use
Let's not
domes,
get
by the way?
sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Because you would use domes in a vacuum environment so as to have equilibrium pressure on all sides so that it doesn't crack. Much like if you were going to go to Mars and populate it, you would need to have a pressurized area so as to, you know, have a living space for humanity. And domes are not as space efficient as cubes. It's like one of the reasons why well, no, it's actually not actually one of the reasons damn it, not one of the reasons, not that's not the word I want to use. One of the things that Coca-Cola can do to improve the amount of drink per can is simply make the can a cube. And that's why everything just like comes in cubes. It's because cubes are incredibly storage efficient as opposed to the domes of this city. I don't know, 'tis weird.
Of course, I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
Actually, I think this is fascinating.
Ha! See? A fresh mind is open to the possibilities. Yakut, I think it's time for the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
This sounds like a mystery worth investigating.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved.
I
Byron,
agree
you will
from
be
off
in
camera. It doesn't
charge.
even give him
Al
the time
will
of
be your
day.
second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
I'm in.
Excellent. Oh, this
I'm
is
pretty sure that
fun.
if you say, sorry, I'm not
Come meet us
interested,
out on the
then
landing
the
pad
game
when you're
forces
ready.
you to say, yeah, I'm in anyways. So
Before
it's like
you
a
set out
waste of time.
so
Okay.
hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Optional explore New Jerusalem. You know what? I was going to say no, but I wasn't able to do this in the demo, and I want to see what all it is that I can explore. I know that nuclear would be a really good option. Nuclear wind. It seems like you're up on top of a mountain, so wind seems like a really good option because wind speeds are higher at higher altitudes, and if you have a large enough space, then you can very easily have a wind and solar farm.
No, I help run the public transit system.
I love you.
But
Hi, 1K.
That was weird. I don't know, man, that felt weird to me. I love the use of Braille and QR codes as written communication between the robots.
Hello.
Howdy. Waiting at the bus, putting up a gigantic glass dome, putting yourselves in a greenhouse, as it were. So only 3 of the humans were made by human ones, and there are enough defectors to possibly have created the Greek analogs. Okay, I have to do some calibration.
Happy completion day, 1K. You must be the long-awaited 1K.
Could you
Lucky
tell
day
by
for
the
a walk, is it
1K on
not?
my chest? Neve pulled us out of the simulation. He told us that we weren't given a complete history of ourselves. Were we given a history of the first humanity? Close enough? Yeah, I got that close enough. I also don't really mind whenever people get my fake ass internet name wrong, or it doesn't pronounce it quite the way that I think it should be pronounced. It's like, close enough. I know that they're referring to me. I should get
Have a
going.
nice
I
day.
have some calibrations to do. I remember that there was one Greek philosopher who proposed the idea of the atom and got kind of close, actually. It's like he said that it was a building block of like a circle, and then another philosopher later on came by and said no, it had to be a circle with a bunch of other circles onto it so that it can attach to other circles. And then another physicist came along and said, well, no, it's a bunch of circles within the circle that is being surrounded by circles, and then we have our own modern, what's the name of it? Modern construction of the atom. The modern atomic theory establishes the concept of atoms, how they compose matter. What is the modern view of atomic structure? I need to know the name of the model. It's named after some old white dude. The Rutherford model. All right, Rutherford model, in which it's a bunch of neutrons and protons in a center with a cloud of electrons. A printed edition of the complete works of Stratton on that sounds like a fake ass name. The materialist philosopher who defined the Talos principle, edited by Athanasius T. Huber. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. Yeah, and one of the voice lines in the first Talos principle, Alexander Drennan made mention of the fact that humans just fucking love puzzles. They can't stop themselves. Ooh, purple. Bill and Ted, what a great movie. I think I liked both of the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure movies.
Right. Before you go, dude, maybe you can help me?
With
I'm
what?
not sure I should keep this voice back. What do you think?
Oh no, keep
You're
it.
1K. You're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Please keep it. Or I can tell him to like fucking stuff it. Learn to think for yourself. Which I think is like the point of the game. I need to see this. Football Glory 1994. Created by Crow Team and published by Black Legend. Alright. Crow Team Games. Yep. I fucking knew it. Crow Team made both Football Glory 1994 and Talos Principle. Love that. A toilet. A toilet. Does it have the poop still in it? It is poopless. It is not a correct toilet.
What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense that life is actually worth living?
Ah, fuck, dude. Contributing to society would be me.
That's what I thought too, in the beginning. And it did do something for me, but it wasn't enough. Society is too abstract to sustain the soul, 1K.
Then where can meaning be found?
Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain, but...
But what?
But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
Okay, I like two of these options. You need to learn to love yourself instead, and love isn't something you find out there, it's something you build with another person. Because relationships are fucking work. Rewarding work? Every single time, absolutely. Is it satisfying work? Yeah, absolutely. Is it still work? Yeah, it's work.
I think that's just misplaced ego. Yeah, love takes work, but it's not something you just will into existence. We can't control everything in life, 1K. Try to keep that in mind.
Thanks for the chat. I should get going. Can I touch cat? You can pet the cat. This game fucking rules. And it purrs. But also, you need to learn to love yourself before you decide to get into a relationship, because it is not the responsibility of the other person to make you happy. You have to first make yourself happy, and then be able to be happy with somebody else. Putting the responsibility of your own happiness on somebody else is harmful to both yourself and the person that you are forcing the responsibility upon.
Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Ooh.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know?
That makes
Hey, can I have
two
your digital
people
signature?
that
I
don't
have
know
the mayor,
how
Rand, Linux, Kaneda,
how to
and
live their
all of
lives.
the first companions. I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
I'm the kind of guy who would tell you to find your own happiness, so long as it doesn't come at the expense of somebody else.
It means a lot.
Gargoyles were grotesque, apotropaic. Huh? Define apotropaic. Supposedly having the power to avert evil influences or bad luck. Damn. Okay, I went to go and find my phone because no, wait, hang on. I know where my phone's at. But I went to find my phone because there's one image on it. Nerd certification. My English vocabulary, real fucking good. So every time that I stumble upon a word, it is entirely because it is too big of a word. So whenever I find a word apotropaic and think, what the hell? It is too big of a word. This game made by absolute hyper nerds. I like that. I like that there are just people that'll just call out to you and say, hi, hello, howdy. And they all have different voices.
Founder's blessings.
So I don't know, something about it's just nice to me. It's almost like an actual city.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
All right. Oh yeah, Elohim talks to you in your dreams.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the...
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, Elohim.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure.
Pog.
If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
Well, it's a VTOL helicopter.
It really
Helicopter?
is
VTOL
incredible.
helicopter. You can set this thing down anywhere.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Oh, we're streamers now? Awful.
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
A voice of the wilderness.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Fair.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
All right, cool. Time to explore the area. Subway. Woo.
So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
True. I actually do have my own owner's manual for I think a Volkswagen Bug. Actually, let me check. Hang on. Looking at my stack of books. Oh, actually, take it back. I do have an owner's manual for my Volkswagen Bug, but it's in my Volkswagen Bug. The manual that I do have available is for a Suzuki VS 700/800 Intruder Boulevard S50, as created from the lines of 1985 to 2007. A motorcycle. And I was actually really surprised at just like the amount of documentation there is in this thing. Like if you have one of these, you can actually read it and know actually everything about the motorcycle. All right. Finding information from the serpent and the great eye. Teaching that information to everyone else. Creating a dome around a city. And a power generator and finishing that dome. Okay. I have a feeling this is supposed to be City 2.
Okay. Check out these coordinates.
What coordinates? Here? The literal next place I was about to go
This
to?
seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Human warp. This ain't older. This is a new birthplace. Right now, does the next one fire off all three? Because this is a mechanic that we'll be seeing later on in the game. Okay, never mind. It doesn't combine all three. So I think the founder made this place. And made it because they needed a better power source in order to create something. What it is that they were making, I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Also, I'm not sure if the power source here, or the power infrastructure here, works all that well. Hey there, Prometheus. How you doing? Oh? Instant creation? Instant matter manipulation?
Or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Cute. Also reminds me that I haven't logged into my Animal Crossing village in a long while. Alright, I'm going in the pill. Getting transport pilled. Travel to East 1. Alright.
Where is the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put
God,
all the
Jakku
information
has
we have
his
on the map screen. Check out
cat
the interface.
in his profile picture. Cute.
Thanks. Sorry.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.